This is the 7.3 guided practice with Mr. V, and I'm going to be doing the odds. Okay, so for the first one here, directions say find the length of each segment. So we're looking at segment AB. So I need to go from here to here. So I'm just trying to find the length of this segment, or this line, if you will. So I just need to find out how far of a distance it is from here to here. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's it. For AC, I'm going from here all the way down to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be a length of 8. And then for BD goes that long. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's really just about counting it where it is on the number line and how many spaces there are total in that segment. Number 7, so if PQ equals 7 and then QR equals 10, we got to find out what PR is. So you have 2 line chunks, so that one and then that one. So in order to get the whole thing, you need to add them up. So 7 plus 10 is equal to 17. This bottom one here, 13. Use the number line below, tell whether the segments are congruent. So I'm looking at GH, and then I'm looking at IK. Now I'm not worried about where they are in terms of on the number line, or if they're positive or negative. I'm just looking at how long they are. So G to H is 1, 2, 3, it's 4 long, right? So GH is equal to 4, and then IK is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would say yes, they are congruent. All right, so going on to the next page, we have this number line here. Oh, sorry, not a number line, just a line segment. And we know that ST, so this section right here, is equal to 3x plus 3. And we know that TU, from here to here, the second half of it, is equal to 2x plus 9. So the first one is, what is the value of ST? And then what is the value of TU? Now, what is very important to recognize here is that there are some little line segments, or little line indications. So that'd be this line, or that little line right there, and that little notch right there. And what's that saying is, when you see that, that means that this line, the ST, is going to be equal to this line. So again, these right here. When you see those notches, that means they are equal. Okay, so that would mean that we could set 3x plus 3 as equal to 2x plus 9. So let's do that, because then we can find out what x is. So 3x plus 3 is equal to 2x plus 9. I'm going to get rid of the 2x, or add negative 2x to each side, so I'll have x, and put negative 3 on each side, and then it'll be equal to 6. So we know x is equal to 6. The first question is asking what is the value of ST. So I'm going to take this 6 right here, and I'm going to put it in for 3x plus 3. So that would be 3 times 6 plus 3. So that'd be 18 plus 3 would be equal to 21. So I could say for A that I could say that ST is equal to 21. Now I'm going to do the same thing, knowing that x is equal to 6 right here, and I'm going to plug it in for 2x plus 9 because that's what TU is. So 2 times 6 plus 9, so that'd be 12 plus 9, so that'd be 21. And that makes sense because both of these lines, or these line segments, are equal. So that would be TU is equal to 21. All right, now in 29, again, we have these hash marks here, right? So there's one line here and there's one line here. So that would mean this is going to be equal to this. Then there's two lines here and there's two lines here. So that would mean this is equal to this. So knowing that, if AD, so right here, is equal to 20, and AC, meaning the whole thing, is equal to 3x plus 4, we need to find the value of x. Then find AC and DC. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to recognize that if this side right here is equal to 20, because of these hash marks, that's going to tell us that this side is going to be 20 no matter what. It has to be because it says that those hash marks dictate that those are equal. So, in order to find out what x equals, I can take this side right here, which is 20, and then this side right here, which is 20. And so that's going to be 20 plus 20, and that's going to be equal to the whole thing, which is 3x plus 4. So I'll have 40 is equal to 3x plus 4. And then I'll minus the 4 on each side. I'll have 36 is equal to 3x. I'm going to divide by 3 on each side, so then x is going to be equal to 12. So then what I can do is, knowing that x is going to be equal to 12, and I need to find the entire thing, and then I also need to find this side from DC. Well, we already know what DC is because it's the same as AD. So if AD is equal to 20, AC is going to be equal to 20. And then for AC, which is the entire thing here, all I'm going to do, because this whole thing is equal to 3x plus 4, I'm just going to plug it in. I'm going to take this x, I'm going to plug it in right there for x. So that'd be 3 times 12 plus 4. So 3 times 12 is 36 plus 4 is equal to 40. So then so this should be AD on the top right here, sorry. So then AC, the whole thing, is going to be equal to 40. And that makes sense. You can go back and check your work because, again, we found out that this equals to 20 and then this equals to 20. So this whole thing right here, if you add it up, would be equal to 40. And it makes sense. All right, let's keep moving along for the next one. 31, so DC, so this line right here is going to be equal to 6x. And if DA, so this segment right here, is going to be 4x plus 18, find the value of AD, DC, and AC. So let's just start off by finding out, first we got to find out what the value of x is. Now again, with those hash marks, if there's 2 on the, AD and there's 2 on DC, that means that they're equal to one another. So what I can do is I can set one side, which is 4x plus 18, equal to the other side, which is 6x. So I'm going to minus 4x on each side, so I'm going to get 18 is equal to 2x. So then x would be equal to 9. So now I can find everything else. So AD, which is equal to 4x plus 18, all I have to do is plug in 9. So that would be 4 times 9 and then plus 18. So that'd be 36 plus 18. So that should be 54, I believe. I'm going to double check. Yep, so that'll be 54. So then if I go back and I look at my graph here, or I'm sorry, not the graph, but the illustration, I just plugged in that for DA or AD, so that'd be this section right here, and that's going to be equal to 54. Now you could, if you can recognize that this is equal to 2, or this has 2 hash marks, and this has two hash marks, if the left side's 54, the right side has to be 54. But what we can do is we can plug that in. So it says that DC is equal to 6x, right? So what I'll do is I'll have 6x, and then I'll take my x is equal to 9. So 6 times 9 is 54. So that makes sense. Then finding the value of the entire line segment of this whole thing, I don't have an equation for that, but knowing that this is 54 and this is 54, to find the entire thing, all I would need to do is add them up. So I'm going to have 54 plus 54, and that's going to equal 108. So your three answers would be 54, 54, and 108. All right, pretty easy lesson today. Please let me know if you have any questions. Email me, and we will see you for the next one. All right, thanks, guys.